Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. We're in Marnie, Iowa at Baxter Cycle, and look what they've lent me today. This is a beautiful, absolutely beautiful, Royal Enfield Classic 350 in Halcyon Green. I hope you can see the color. I hope that's coming through. Maybe we can get some good sunlight off of that, but it's speckled, it's shiny, it's got like little bits of metal flake in it. And it's got these gold, reddish gold stripes, a little black area through here. And then this lettering is actually raised. There's a texture to it, you can feel it, prominent. Just a gorgeous looking machine anyway. This is their latest offering, and it's just a fabulous, I would say it's a fabulous beginner bike. I'd say it's a fabulous third bike. It's powered by a 349cc single cylinder with an overhead cam and 2 valves, fuel injected engine. I'm assuming that, like my Himalayan, it'd be very easy to adjust the valves and do the work yourself. It's electric start, of course, everything is nowadays. And the transmission is a 5-speed manual, of course, clutch on this side. So looking at this, look at this shift lever. That's not stamped, that's cast. Nice ending on there, gigantic foot pegs. I love the way those foot pegs are. Even the kickstand is a nice thing, just a thing of beauty, and it comes with a center stand. I love the classic looking engine cases, both sides. The big old clutch basket, the oil filter cover over here. You've got a sight glass for oil. Look at the size of this brake pedal. And that's just gorgeous, gorgeous. Very, very well done. And even the rear foot pegs are like that. Just very well done. It's got 41mm forks on the front. I think the travel is about 5 inches, both the front and the rear. I'll look that up and put it below if I'm wrong. The brakes are 300mm front disc, gigantic disc. Looks very nice. Vibri, looks like a twin pot. Let's see if I got that right. Yes, it is, 2-piston. ABS front and rear, of course. Now here's the interesting one. The rear brake, it says, is a 270mm. That's pretty decent size for a rear brake. Most rear brakes are 220 or 240, so very, very well done on their part. Tires on the front are a 190/19, which is a nice, good size for a tire. And the rear is a 120/80/18. Look at those spoked wheels. Isn't that just beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Very well done, Royal Enfield. Wheelbase on this thing, and I love a short wheelbase. Wheelbase on this bike, take a look at that. About 54.7 inches, and ground clearance. This is the thing, Royal Enfield always has great ground clearance. 6.7 inches. I mean, loads of ground clearance. That's almost dirt bike height. And all that ground clearance, and you still have a 31.7 inch seat height. Very good, very good. It's a narrow bike. When you sit on it, I've got a 30-inch inseam, and I did not feel like it was very tall at all. It feels very good. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? I love it. I love it. Fuel tank is 3.4 gallons, and this is supposed to get, I think it's in the 70s, 68 or 78 for mileage. So that's quite a range, 200-mile range. And the bike's wet weight, and this is the wet weight, 430 pounds. And riding it around town, it did not feel anywhere close to 400 pounds. It's gorgeous. So let's look at some of the detail here. First off, let's look at the front end here. We've got the chrome wheels, just gorgeous chrome wheels. This full-size fender. I mean, look, and that's a metal fender, by the way. Metal. Can you hear it ring? All the way down to the bottom, like every good fender should be. Nice clearance. You can get your hand in there. The forks themselves, these are regular position forks. I think they're 41mm. They've got these covers over them, and these are painted metal covers, by the way. Just a gorgeous job there again. This little thing here is metal. You know, just beautiful. And of course, look at this green paint, gold stripes, black center, very sporty looking. I like the way they did that. The headlight, you've got this nacelle kind of looking thing, you know, all one giant piece. The chrome strip on the front, the eyebrow, the tiger eyes. Isn't that just a neat looking feature? Very beautiful. The chrome mirrors, and of course this just beautiful dash. You know what, while we're here, let's go ahead and talk about that dash. Turn it on here. Needle does its thing. Got neutral. I got a battery light, ABS light, engine light. Over here we've got trip 1 and trip 2, a digital fuel gauge, and of course the odometer. This is kind of an interesting thing, and there's a lot of talk on the internet about whether or not this is for a nav. I asked the dealer about that, and he said they do not have the option to put a nav in there at this point. They may later, but we don't know. So while we're up here, you know, chrome bars, this chrome little cover plate, very nice. These classic looking grips, these also chrome ends on the handlebars. But these are kind of a throwback to, I can't think of the brand that they used to put on these older bikes, but look at that. And you know, they're the right shape. They're wider in the middle, thicker in the middle than they are in the ends, and that's how your hand is. But got these old rotary switches, and again, that's kind of a classic throwback, especially that red color. The start switch, make sure the ignition's off. So kill switch, run, start. These are hazard lights here. And then on this side, it looks like we've got a pass, flash to pass by doing that, low beam, and then of course high beam. Blinkers, horn, and then to run the LCD, the information button is right here. So something interesting right away that caught my eye on this compared to my Himalayan. One is on my Himalayan, the only adjustment for the clutch is down here. This has that same adjustment, but this also has the upper adjustment, which you know, I wish I had that on mine. But look at the quality of that. This is a metal tube. This is a cast piece. You know, nothing stamped. Now going to the levers here, and that's another thing that they've done a good job on. Look at the meaty quality of these levers. They're just a beefy looking product that goes very well with this overall look. Here, let's get on this side. Just a gorgeous looking thing. Look at that whole, I mean, isn't that just beautiful? Chrome blinkers. I don't think any of this is LED. I think, well, that's halogen, you can see that. So running backwards here, we've got, of course, the chrome gas cap, knee pads, rubber knee pads, the air cleaner covers. I don't think that's actually an air cleaner, by the way. The underneath here, we have electronics and a toolkit, I believe. And on this side, you've got a little document pouch or document slot where you can put documents, and that's where the air cleaner is, I believe, underneath that, behind that. Looking at the engine here and the what we've got going on here, look at this shifter lever. That is a cast piece, not stamped. Nice rubber end on there, beefy rubber end. Look at these foot pegs also, just very large rubber. They're quality, you know, Royal Enfield. And one thing I always look at on a motorcycle, the kickstand, and look at this one. Just a beautiful looking piece, not just a stamped or welded piece of metal. It's a good looking thing. And this bike, of course, comes with a center stand. I think almost all the Royal Enfields do. There might be one model that doesn't, but I think for the most part they do. Now stepping down and looking at this, look at that beautiful exhaust pipe. Beautiful chrome pipe, absolutely wonderful. Shocks are chrome. I just love it. I just love it. So what else? Well, look at the seat. This gorgeous brown seat. I don't know what color that is. It's kind of a reddish or maroonish brown. There comes the sun. Maybe we can get a good look at that, huh? But isn't that just beautiful? Again, metal fender on the back. Look at the speckles in the paint there. Royal Enfield. That's a really nice touch, isn't that? The stripes, the black, the Royal Enfield. That's not a sticker, by the way. Look at that. That's in the paint. Beautiful. And of course, I love this taillight. Classic looking taillight. Nice, round, beautiful, bulbous. Fender runs all the way down. And here's an interesting touch. Look at that. That's a little rubber pad. Your license plate sits there, and you've got a little rubber pad to keep the license plate from vibrating off the engine, or off the fender, I'm sorry. And of course, I like this. I think this is a throwback for parts of the world where they sit sideways on the seat. It's just gorgeous. Very good looking motorcycle. I do like the way these look. Like I said, this is the Halcyon Green. I wanted to chrome them, but they can't keep these in stock. And they just got 11 of these in the other day, and I think they're down to 2 or 3 of them. You know what? I'm Fuzzy Biker, and I want to take that motorcycle for a ride. Let me get my helmet on, and we shall go. Notice this, by the way. Royal Enfield. Isn't that just beautiful? Wahoo! Let's hop on it and go for a ride. Nice low seat height. It's 31.7, but it's a very narrow motorcycle. Okay, kickstand up, clutch in. Let it do its thing here. Starts right up. Isn't that just nifty? Fuel, we got about a half tank of fuel right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's roll. Pulls away with ease. Pulls away with ease. Loads of low end torque. There is Baxter Cycle, Marnie, Iowa. BaxterCycle.com. Also Baxter Cycle Omaha. BaxterCycleOmaha.com. She's got a good sound, good mirrors. I love the way it looks. Just a classic looking motorcycle. Certainly easygoing, very friendly. Turns well. I think, what did I say, 57 something inch wheelbase? No, 54.7 I think. She does that very well. Let's do that again, huh? Just for fun. Love it, love it, love it. At this point, I would say this is a very polite, easygoing motorcycle. Very good manners. Certainly very controllable. A decent thumper sound. Adequate power. We're ready to go in 40. I'm going between 55 and 60 in top gear, into the wind. It's a nice ride. You can tell it's a short wheelbase motorcycle. Even though it's a windy day, we're not really getting blown around at all. It has good highway manner. There's the horn. Sounds like a dual tone, but I don't think it is. I like the long seat. It's got this long seat. I can slide back and give myself good options for running. I think the motor is all about torque, not horsepower. It's a very smooth. It doesn't seem to have any peakiness to it at all. Very easy going. The bike itself behaves very well at these speeds. I'm going 57 miles an hour. Like I said, it's a windy day, but we're not getting blown around. Alrighty, as we approach Iowa's busiest intersection, what shall we find here today? There is always something here. Let's use a blinker. So, oh my gosh, it's an Iowa traffic jam. An Iowa traffic. I even got a car behind me. Truck, actually. Good grief. All we need is a tractor now, right? And more traffic coming. This bike is smooth. It's very smooth, I would say. All the way through the range. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. It's a new bike, so we really can't give it the beans, but we'll do our best. The transmission is smooth and easygoing. The clutch is, I would call it a light clutch. I really would. It's got good feel, but it's a very light clutch. Look at that, we're at road speed already. And there's top gear. Okay, so what am I thinking about the riding characteristics of this motorcycle? In town, pushing it around the parking lot, the basketball court down there, absolutely simple. Very low center of gravity, very easy going. Lightweight, even though it's supposed to be 430 pounds, it felt nothing like that. Driving around town in the big mini-tropolis of Marnie, some of those roads are gravel, some of those roads are paved. Driving across the big grass lawn down there, very, very good. No problems at all. I drove it down a big hill to get to the park, and the bike has 6.7 inches of ground clearance, I think, so I didn't have to worry about that. Did very well. Now here we are in the 2-lane blacktop, and I think it's a very stable motorcycle. I mean, look at that. It's just it rides very well. I feel very sure-footed on this thing. They've done a good job with that. Even though it has a short wheelbase, it still has a very predictable ride. Very good, stable ride. I like that. Be a great beginner bike for sure. Would I take this on the interstate? I don't think it has enough speed. I think we're about, I think we're at 65 right now. And I don't know if there's much more to go. And we've got the wind at our back. So I think these are supposed to top out at 70 or 71 miles an hour or something like that. So it's very good. For roads like this, I would not probably would not take it on the interstate. They've done a very good job of that. But look at this, kind of a fun handling bike. I wouldn't call it quick handling. I wouldn't call it. I would say it's close to nimble. Pretty darn good. It's an incredibly friendly bike. I mean, it's got a very good feel on everything, and I love these levers, by the way. These nice wide levers. They feel very beefy, very quality. They've done a good job there. Now we're rolling into the metropolis of Marnie. This would make a good town bike, campground bike, back road, you know, 55, 60 mile an hour bike. Let's see how she spins around here. Brakes are decent, by the way. Look at that, just not a problem at all. And plenty of torque to get going. Me gusta. Beautiful, man, beautiful. If you're enjoying this video, please hit like, subscribe, and share. If you want a motorcycle like this one, or any other new or used Royal Enfield or Triumph, please get a hold of Baxter Cycle of Marnie, Iowa, baxtercycle.com, baxtercycleomaha.com. They've got an Omaha shop that's absolutely gorgeous. Tell them that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Well, we've come to the end. What do I think? I love the bike. It's a beautiful bike. It's a great beginner bike. It's a great second or third bike, you know, if you want something to... It's a great toy bike. Let's put it like that. I love it. I don't want to get off of it. I never want to get off of the bikes, do I? It's got good handling. It's got very good handling, and it's got very good manners. It's just a very well-mannered motorcycle. Okay, y'all, life is short. You need to get out there and ride. Enjoy. Wahoo!